Okay, this is my most important video yet. I want to talk about when you see the prop firm statistics, how many people pass, how many people get a payout, and you think, this has to be because of a skill issue. It's not. The reality is a lot of this is due to poor discipline, because you've probably done some challenges yourself, and I have as well. And in the majority of cases, when we lost the challenge, even though we were profitable traders with an edge and a strategy that worked, it wasn't because of the strategy. It was because we didn't have discipline, because we lacked discipline, because we didn't follow the plan. And this isn't about trading, but just look at how this works and apply it to life as well. Because why do you think that the 1% is the 1%? We have maybe 5 to 10% in society who could be the 1%. The rest couldn't, but 5 to 10% who have the knowledge, who have the skills, they have everything you need to become the 1%, but they don't. It's not about a skill issue. It's not about that they don't have the opportunity or that they don't know the techniques or the steps to get there. It's simply because when they meet a bit of resistance or it becomes difficult, they don't push through. The last weeks have been interesting. For a longer period of time, I had a lot of drive, a lot of motivation to go to the gym. But as you can see, the weather isn't perfect and the conditions aren't perfect. But the funny thing is, I was like really close to not going to the gym 3 days in a row. Each day I was like, should I go? Should I not go? I don't feel well. My head hurts, all that kind of stuff. But then I went. And the thing is, I saw incredible results. I saw changes happening, and people always think that it's the workout routine, it's the meal plan, something like that. It's the trading plan. Me, it doesn't matter. A lot of people have a better workout routine than I do, and the thing is, if you don't have discipline, then it doesn't matter. The discipline is everything, especially, and the most important part is those days when you really don't want to go. That's the most important part, and it applies to everything as well. You can always find an excuse, and in most cases it's even a valid excuse that people use to why they can't do something. It's not even a bad excuse. Like, I get them, I understand them, but this is where the 5 to 10% and the 1% split. That's why it's called the 1%, because they don't care. They do it anyway. Like, they don't care about the consequences. They don't care about the excuses. They do whatever you have to do. And they don't even think about it in a logical way that, like, oh, I need to do this because then I can become the 1%. Because it's not even about the money. It's not even about the physique. It's about the mindset, the process. Like, they don't stop. They don't think like, oh, I don't need to do anything because I've already reached this amount, or I will reach this amount in trading or whatever. So they don't care, okay? They just focus on the process and they don't stop. It's not about the money. It's not about the physique. You can get all those external things, but if you haven't developed into the person you need to become, then it doesn't matter. And you'll still probably lose it in some way, because the rent is due every day. Success is rented. It's never owned permanently. And people should actually be afraid of that, because if you're on your way to become really successful, or you've started to see some success, then you can't just go back to living a normal life. That's really, no one wants to do that, because if you've tasted the success, then you can't go back. You know too much. You can't live a normal life after that. And like I said in the last video, success is a lagging indicator. So they think that they can just keep doing what they're doing now because they see success now. But the success now is from something you did like 10 years ago, 5 years ago, 2 years ago, I don't know. But everything you've done has led you to this point. So if you stop now, then in 6 months, 1 year, then you'll see the results, and not the results you want. So just don't quit. And the funny thing about all this is that logically you think, I've already reached my goal, like everything is going as it should, and you can't lose at this point. That's what you think. So you don't have the drive, you don't have any reason when things become difficult. You can just say, I'm not doing that because I'm already successful, right? But the thing is, you don't know what the future brings. Anything can happen. You can't stop. You can't stop. That's the thing. Nothing is guaranteed, and you can't see it now, but you can't stop because anything can happen. And if you stop now, then yeah, you can't do anything about it because you can't be reactive. You can't wait until something goes wrong and then react. You have to be proactive. And I preach being positive, but short term, you shouldn't be so positive. You should be more realistic or even pessimistic, because short term, anything can happen. But long term, obviously, you should be positive and think in a positive way. But the next 3 months, you don't know what's going to happen. Just think about all the momentum you've created to get to this point. If you stop now, then you kill the momentum, and it's more difficult to get the ball rolling again. But if you continue now, and maybe you think, oh, I'm already profitable, why should I worry? I can make this much, who cares? But the thing is, take your goals, whatever you think you're going to achieve in 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and double that. You can achieve 2x, at least. You can achieve bigger things. And it's not even about the things. Just focus on becoming a better person, going through the process. Don't care about the goals, like the money, the physique. Screw that. Just become a better person. Just see how far you can come. Many people think that they've cracked the code to success and that success is theirs forever. The reality is, as you know in trading, one thing is to have a profitable trade. Another thing is to be profitable over a longer period of time and preserve your capital and grow. To achieve success, then you're the 5 to 10%. To keep it, then you're the 1%. Each time you encounter a really difficult situation where you're like, damn, this is tough, then just say this to yourself. This is why it's called the 1%.